like a candy.
Yeah.
like Skittles, like
I don't
chocolate.
remember.
It's
It's
very
chocolate.
crunchy.
It's
very
chocolate.
crunchy.
Yeah.
Like very
Yeah.
crunchy chocolate.
It's chocolate crunch, but not crunch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now you're
it's
just,
like
I don't understand.
It's like a
Crunch
Crunch
Bar
Bar.
was the official candy of the NBA during the 90s. Did you know that?
no, I did not.
And it was not good. I really tried to like it.
But is Alchemist the official van of this TI?
Disgusting.
You're never gonna see it. You know,
Yeah.
I just
He's the Snickers of heroes at this
A
time.
team or two will let it through. Try to beat it. Fail, and then ban it. Probably secret.
I just have to flame us for the last game, by the way. We never even mentioned that the Abaddon was, in fact, going to be a 5. They picked Centaur, and we just didn't really talk about it.
Oh,
You're
yeah.
right. I totally forgot that the Abaddon was a 5.
Yeah, the Apple was a 5, guys. This is a very different video game.
Yeah.
This is bad.
So I can do a better job this game.
Yeah.
It's
But
true.
your predictions at least were correct. IO/Gyro
Yeah.
ended up being victorious.
It's pretty good.
Let's try to predict
You could see,
2 out of 10 picks.
you know, I have the classic worry, do they have enough stuns? But RNG had the problem, do they have enough damage?
Right.
Felt like if they didn't have Ember and Lifestealer on top of the same target, nothing was dying.
Yeah. And they need to be very farmed as well, which
Yeah.
they were not.
Yep.
All right, with IO and Elder Titan being banned now, that's going to open up a lot of picks.
Tiny.
You mean
Enchantress,
Enchantress?
Tiny.
Enchantress.
Yeah.
Great work, everyone.
It's going to be a tiny
This was a
response
tough
here.
one. I didn't see this one coming.
Yeah.
What do you think now? Tiny plus what?
I've got a tiny problem, right?
Tiny Mirana?
Tiny
that a
Mirana?
thing?
All right, is there any way that you can just take Void's second pick?
No, you could go Tiny
No.
Void if you wanted to, but it's not good against Eng.
You wouldn't want to pick
5
it here. You would
seconds
pick it after
remaining.
the Eng, though.
Sure.
Oh, I meant for
You mean as
big
RNG?
liquid. No,
You
it's
mean
just-
for liquid?
Could
I'm
you
talking
just
about
Tiny Void? Could you?
You could.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think you might just be able
But
to.
the lane is not great. Like, you get bullied a lot.
Yeah.
Because if you take Tiny, I mean, just like last game, you know it's gonna Void's gonna be banned second phase.
The thing is, like, if you take
Radiant's
Tiny
turn
Void, then
to pick.
I know Wyvern's not a popular thing, but
Tiny
I
A.
would instant click a Wyvern right
Thanks.
there. Now you have like, you have this save ability that works for the entire game. Defensive BKB stun.
True.
Like, there's heroes that aren't super common, but once you see 2 heroes that are picked up and meant to play like that, you can just go straight for these things and make it the most miserable Void game of all time.
5 seconds remaining.
And, you know,
Is there miserable Void?
they pick Sand King AA anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like Sanking against Eng, like matching it up against each other.
Yeah, just as a lane opponent,
Yeah.
go skip the Ench entirely, back
Yeah.
lane.
And you kind of just chill and farm. Eng will never be able to pressure the tower alone.
You want to match up in your off lane, though, right?
Yeah,
As
yeah,
the
yeah.
Sand King, for
Yes,
sure.
yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, they have set up for Wombo combo.
Combo Wombo.
This is one of those first twos where Liquid already forces RNG to need BKBs. Like,
Yeah.
if you don't have a BKB, you're just going to explode the entire game.
Dire's bad.
Whoa,
Shadow
second
Shaman.
pick,
Yeah.
Rasta.
Best BKB builder in the game.
It's up there.
Turn to bat.
It's one of the best.
Do you guys like Rasta?
I think
I
Rasta is nice.
find it so boring.
Boring. I'm
we're,
not talking.
we're talking about how good it is.
Yeah, I don't care about the fun factor here.
Okay,
It's
okay.
just strong.
Yeah.
Yeah, Rasta is strong.
Not right now. I think there's
10
actually so many strong
seconds.
fours in the game that he doesn't
5 seconds.
doesn't outrank all
What'll
of them
it
like he used to.
be?
For a while, it was just, you know, pick Rasta, say GG.
Exactly right. He would
Yeah.
dominate every single lane.
Yeah.
And just own.
Couldn't lane.
do you
He'd
like
take your
boots first
towers.
on it?
Boots first? Probably go Bassy first these days.
Yeah, like a lot of people go boots first, and
Infinite damage.
then they trade a little bit, and then they just
Yeah.
die.
Yeah, that's nice, isn't it?
The Dire
How
get
much
a
damage do you have on
ban.
one?
Here's the
72
Radiant ban.
or something with
pretty
no
good.
stats.
You know, even when this hero was like super picked every game and really strong, like I could acknowledge that it was strong and like it should be picked, but I never liked it. If that makes sense.
Because the concept is stupid.
10 seconds.
Like, nobody likes being stunned for 10 seconds.
5 seconds remaining.
He like
From Africa.
yeah. He does something to these heroes that dive like really deep into the back
Radiant's
lines. Like
turn.
Bristleback, for
Dire's
example, a hero that can actually tank everything. They get shackled for 25 seconds in the back,
They're dead.
unable to even like get to Rasta.
Yeah.
You know, I know why you didn't like it.
Why?
'Cause you're a Crimson Guard buyer, and the wards just kill you.
Yeah. I am a Crimson Guard buyer. I sit there and think I can tank
Ten
stun for
seconds.
10 seconds in the wards.
In the wards
5
that don't
seconds
care
remaining.
about your damage
Bullshit.
block.
Yeah.
I'm sure that was necessary.
They would be so bad if they were affected by damage block, though.
Yeah,
That would be
they would
terrible.
You would lose like 40% of the damage just with the stout shield.
How the hell
That would
did
be
Tiny
off.
get to second phase?
It just happened.
Yeah. There's a lot of good heroes in Dota right now.
Yeah, true.
There's a lot.
Yeah, every hero's been picked or banned. Has that ever happened?
Is it every hero?
Is it
I
every
think
hero
so.
now? The techies definitely got picked already.
Was
There was a
one
Night
hero.
Stalker.
What
earlier.
Clockwork picked?
Radiant's
Yeah.
turn to pick.
Was it?
There was a few. There were still like 6 left that all looked really bad.
Undying.
Really?
You know
We
what I
saw
like
a
against
Riki
Bane?
though.
Yeah, there was a Riki.
There was a Riki. Has
There
there been a
was a
bounty hunter?
Oh,
Don't know.
that's a good one. I
How
can't
could there
say
be
I
a
recall.
Ricky and no bounty hunter?
Because
Riki
Riki
was
can
mid.
be mid.
Yeah.
10
It's
seconds.
legit.
It's pretty good.
I can't say that I
5
remember seeing the
seconds
bounty,
remaining.
but I'm not sure.
So, Rubik versus Bane. I love playing Rubik versus Bane. I always pick it. You just grip someone for 10 seconds. You sleep him for 15.
Yeah. And they pick up Rubik as a 4 here.
Yeah. I mean, I like Rubik against Bane and Shadow Shaman as well. But I don't know if they do.
I don't like it that much against Shadow Shaman.
I mean, if you steal like a Hex or Shackle, it's really good.
Wow.
Wow, look at you.
So smart. High five.
High
Great
five.
work.
It's the only position 4 I play.
Here's the Radiant back.
Whenever I see OD middle,
Now Rubik's real good.
I always want to just play Arc Warden. Arc Warden completely poops
Yeah,
on OD so
that's
hard.
true.
And
That's
it
definitely
owns
the-
Shadow Shaman as well.
Liquid does have overall last pick this game,
Yeah.
and Arc Warden is Arc Warden
10
owns right now.
seconds.
There's no way you don't ban Arc when you see this shit. Like
5
it actually
seconds
owns all the
remaining.
heroes and
It owns
gives zero-
everything.
You have 0 building damage.
Yeah.
No way to accelerate and progress the game really.
So
Explain
if they
why
don't?
Arc Warden is good here.
4 range damage dealers on RNG.
Yeah.
If they don't last pick a hero that specifically counters it, Arc Warden, you know, your what is it? PA, Lycan,
Yeah.
The
Phantom Lancer
Dire
maybe.
get a ban.
Anti-Mage,
Anti-Mage
in
is
your
annoying.
face on
Slark
top
can
of
be
your
annoying.
hero, then they're actually going to have no way to deal damage from outside of the bubble. Arc Warden will beat any of these heroes in a 1v1 mid right now.
Dire's turn.
I think if
to
they pick
pick.
Arc Warden, it's going to be like, they're going to win, you know, but it's going to be like a really
Radiant's
long
turn to
game.
pick.
Now Arc Warden is even better.
Click it.
And Miracle loves Arc Warden.
They have absolutely no front line.
Have you guys ever
Enchantress
seen-
kind of, but
Weehaw play a side lane before?
I mean,
There's some mid players that will
10
absolutely not go
seconds.
to a side lane.
is we are one of them?
5
I don't know.
Because
seconds
then you can't pick
remaining.
Arc Warden. Because Arc Warden side in this game is not good.
Like
You need a
Miracle's
middle.
Maybe
played
just
mid.
Weehaw plays Arc Warden.
Oh, we have plays Arc Warden?
there it is. I mean, great call.
Choose
We'll
your
find out.
hero.
All right,
All right.
Miracle Arc
It's a
Warden.
miracle. Yeah, so Weehaw on the Tiny again.
I don't want to see Arc Warden side lane here. He's going to get pressured way too much. Mid lane, you beat OD, you have a good game, you know.
Yeah.
Mhm.
You can set the pace of the game.
Definitely like Liquid's draft though.
Yeah, me too. I think it's going to go really late because of Arc Warden. It's annoying, but
Yeah.
Liquid's going to win in the end.
Brax, you feel the same? Is it a
Yes.
consensus?
It's
I
peer
think
pressure.
their lineup looks just easier to play. Like you have
Yeah.
these super easy heroes in the Tiny Sanking A. You can blow up literally anybody super easily, wave clear, and then you have the Arc Warden to fall back on later while you're still farming. Like you're not weak while Arc is still farming.
Yeah.
You can still play aggressive and make moves because you know Arc should win mid against the OD, and OD
Yeah.
wants to farm.
Especially with this Ags Tiny build, you're never gonna have damage issues, right? Just go the whole way through.
All right. So you guys are predicting a 2-0 for Liquid. Of course, if RNG loses this game, they are out of TI9. Let's go to our casters. Gareth!
Thank you, thank you. Beautiful introduction yet again. Jenkins.
Did he say my name? Was that my name?
It was Gareth and
It's like how my dad yells my name when he's mad at
It's
me.
pronounced Admiral.
Like, exactly. You sound just like him.
very nice.
He's British as well, actually.
Oh, is he? Oh, it's not fit. It's not fit.
Northern Irish.
It's okay. Okay.
Sorry about that.
It's fine. That's okay. I don't worry. No worries. Coming out of the draft, Liquid there, the panel saying, 4 active heroes able to kind of bodyguard Miracle on the Arc Warden, give them that late game security. What are your thoughts on RNG's draft? OD, Gyro, the timings of these heroes seem a little late as well.
Definitely a little late for the OD. I think with the Gyro, you can start running around with the Enchantress. I actually don't mind their draft because Enchant wants to like poke at towers and fight, show up at lanes, kind of 3-4 man. Gyro's cool with that if you're playing without the IO. And that'll give some space to the OD to farm. And going late, the only problem is he's against a Tiny, which is very good at just isolating him and pulling him out. Arc Warden, which is very good against OD. You just put a bubble on somebody. He's a ranged hero. And Yeah, I mean, I don't see how RNG deals with the Arc Warden. That's kind of my only problem here.
Like the magnetic field seems really good against the OD, but also Enchantress, also Gyrocopter. You know,
It's
three ranged
five
tools, right?
ranged heroes.
Oh yeah, true.
Five ranged heroes.
Arfu, all things considered, happy to escape with his life there. Gets a bit of damage on his way through.
I also really like Liquid's response to Enchantress. It's not so much that they're going to pick something that can lane against it, although, as I say that, they actually are laning the Sand King down here. But even if you don't lane the Sand King against Enchantress, what you can do is just rotate to her when she's strong. And there's nothing that she can do to really push the tower. Sand King is arguably the best hero in the game at just sitting in front of a tower and keeping it alive forever. And the way that Enchantress wins games is by running around and poking towers with siege waves. And Sand King doesn't care about that. Push the lane into him, he's just going to farm more.
And Lanham will be helping Edge down there, but up top, Kuro and Wee. Black was saying he really didn't want to see a side lane Arc Warden, so it looks like they did shift Miracle into there, put Wee into that top lane, just to move things around. Also get that Arc Warden against OD matchup, which it seems Miracle doing decently in so far.
Yeah,
2-0, 2-1.
I don't think OD can really do much of this matchup. Arc Warden just has too long of range that it's very hard to walk up and imprison him, especially with the early points in Imprison. So Arc Warden is a hero that obviously very good in the late game, but he's also going to have levels to accelerate his farm in this mid lane. If you can run an Arc mid, you almost always want to.
Yeah, like every time you go for an Astral, you have to tank at least one Spark Wraith, but up top, Wee is getting beaten down here. Lanham makes that transition top, and Kuro might be caught in the trees as well. Arfu there, still getting hit by GH, but they've got the Shadow Shaman to force them back a little. Arfu should be okay.
Oh, maybe not.
He sticks around, takes another big right click from the AA, Brain Sap back, Arfu escapes, still going, and Monet finally arrives. Homing missile with the barrage, but they've gone in for the Rubik and not for the AA. Finally, oh, the Fairy Fire. Kuro, he's gonna survive, gets past the trees. GH is now the one in danger, but he's got enough in the tank just to back up until the Ether Shock. He's got stick charges. Of course he does. And Kuro denies himself to neutral. Arfu does the same. Everybody's dying to creeps.
Dude, Arfu and Kuro. Every game. Just suiciding non-stop. I think this lane is going to get more and more difficult for the Radiant. It's very hard to deal with a Shadow Shaman who has a couple levels. Gyro, once he gets level 2, very strong. Bane, obviously one of the best trading heroes in the entire game. I mean, you've Rubik. You've AA. These heroes are good at trading as well, but Tiny's more of a hero that will just last it. Then again, I don't know. This lane is going to be chaos. This lane is going to be chaos.
Tiny AA Rubik tri-lane against the Bane, Gyro, Shadow Shaman. Like, they've all got so much like alpha damage. It's just like raw damage in this
all
lane
of these
phase.
heroes, like all of these heroes are ridiculous. And the bot lane's going to be such a snooze fest. Sand King versus Enchantress. Even one for the Caustic finale.
Yeah, don't look. No. Don't even click. No. Pop-Tart. No even clicking on the Sand King. Thank you. We'll ignore that lane. Watch someone die down there, Jenkins. That's your fault, by the way.
Such a snooze fest. Both of the mid lane and the bot lane. Top lane.
They're going on Monet top. Everything they've got. Still surviving, though. Gets past the trees. GH looked for another touch. Maybe just to cancel a salve if there was one. But running low on regen, RNG. And Lanham, with the help of Arfu, shouldn't be in too much danger of dying. So they secure their pull. Things look okay for RNG. Drag the wave back a little bit.
So RNG has a safe lane pull to work with, which makes playing against an aggressive lane a lot easier. And they warded the hard camp. So it's not blocked, but they have vision of it so that when this pull does happen, they can contest it and they can fight over there.
Nice. It's so important to be able to manipulate your own creep wave when you're in a tri-v-tri. There was a big reason why Dire side tri-lane bottom lane becomes so popular, being able to pull that large camp off to the side.
Yeah. I remember when they first changed that, people were kind of saying that the off lane is now the safe lane.
Yeah.
And they put a stop to that pretty quickly. I don't remember what the nerfs were, but Valve wasn't too stoked about that.
No more nonsense.
Every single carry playing in the off lane. That was pretty weird.
Oh, there's a pull through from the Dire into the large camp. GH and Kuro looking to get involved. Wee is here as well.
That was a stack pull, too. So this is great for the Dire. Monet's just free farming under the tower. Against a tri-lane, it's supposed to be killing him.
And Wee has to compete with neutrals, with 2 supports. And the kill threat here just doesn't seem to be there for Liquid just yet. They're not allowing themselves to move past that kind of fountain there, the tree line there.
Be interesting to see what the bounty room situation is for both of these teams. Like, how do you how do you get the bounties against a tri-lane as a tri-lane? It's looking pretty good for the Radiant right now, just because, or sorry, the Dire, because the lane is shoving out. Although in both ways, it's kind of even. GH makes the move now. Oh, they're just going to go for the defensive bounties.
Like, it shows how important that one pull was, right? That one pull from Arfu allows the Gyro to farm under tower, allows them to pull the large camp, and then allows them to set up for the lane to push towards Liquid for the bounty rooms.
Right, exactly. So
all off the back of one pull.
They only do get one bounty, but Gyro is farming right in front of his tower. So that's kind of the trade-off. Is Gyro doesn't have to run over and fight the bounties.
And Kuro and GH, it feels like they're just leeching experience here.
Yeah, I mean, of course they're protecting Weehaw, but they're not really doing much damage to the Dire safe lane.
Let's take a quick peek into mid lane, shall we? 29-11 over on the Arc Warden, 25-7 for Setsu. But those denies really do start to rack up.
3 Wraith Bands on Miracle. He's got 80 damage.
Huh. Setsu not having the greatest of times. Liquid under the tier 1 top now.
So they have the Siege Wave. It's a really good time to pressure.
And they do get in on top of Lanham, but he turns with a Hex, and there's Monet with the damage. We a little too deep potentially, but Nightmare from Arfu will allow them to chase forward. Shackles out, and Team Liquid, they wanted to utilize that catapult wave, and it felt like they were getting a little bit antsy, wanted to play aggressively. RNG, very nice punish, but with a cold feet, the damage not quite enough. Lanham turns with a Hex, but he's allowed himself to be taken down as Monet looks for the second kill from this lane for RNG, and Kuroki, he's going to go for the neutral deny. He'll try, but Monet wants that killing spree.
Oh, mid. Setsu's here now.
Suddenly an OD.
That's a problem with playing in the Dire jungle.
And there is GH. He gets 1 lift up, but 3 for 1. All things said and done.
Obviously favoring the Dire, considering they got 3 kills. But also, I think that Lanham turning around there, I think he wanted to die. I think when you're playing as a tri-lane like this, just walking home with no HP and taking all that time. Does he have boots? Okay, he does have boots. It's still worse, though. It's still worse than just dying and coming back, running to another lane. Like, he wants to get active, so...
Yeah, like giving them, 150 gold,
yeah, sure.
whatever it might be, 200
whatever.
gold. It's whatever. You respawn in 7-8 seconds, you're back with boots windlace, you're into a lane, you're stacking Ancients.
Yep. So now he has his TP up. I know he walked bot, but this allows him to have his TP available. So if anything happens, he's going to be there. And maybe they can get a kill on the Sand King here because he does have Dust, and the Enchantress is level 6. A little bit low on mana, but with that Bassi, I think there's definitely enough mana regen to sustain a few impetus hits.
Like, if you look at the minimap right now, we saw RNG, fall back into the jungle. Like you said, they've got that Dire camp top warded. Liquid are here trying to deal with one of their pull-throughs, but RNG very defensive top while they try and make that setup down bottom.
The lane is a little far up for Monet, though. This is kind of unfortunate for him. If it was in his tower, this play would be absolutely amazing on the bot lane, because there'd be no reason for Shadow Shaman to be top. You can see he's just stuck in the tower. He can't go forward. He can't even go for these last hits. He just has to sit in XP range.
Yeah, level 4 Tiny with both AA and Rubik behind him.
You have to be so scared. Afu.
And OD's jungling now. Does the lane get that bad for the OD against Dark Ward?
I didn't think so, but...
Because he shifted up towards the top jungle, now he's really jungling.
It looks like it. It looks like Miracle's giving him the hands mid, so moves into the jungle.
20 combined CS ahead, 10 CS, 10 denies.
Yeah. The only time it really becomes a problem is when Arc Warden pushes your tower, but jungling is going to be just as fast as being in the mid lane, and obviously a lot safer as well. So
Lanham.
Miracle's okay with farming though.
Lanham, mind control. Oh, if he was watching there, he knows. He knows.
Plays the sentry.
Dust is out from Lanham though, and with Flyby here, mind control under that sandstorm doesn't have invis, so the input is damage, and Lanham. Wait, well, he didn't secure it. The neutral creep got it.
Oh
no way!
God.
Oh dear.
What, dude? 3 heroes have to be standing on top of it for that to happen. What a joke! That's insane. Do you remember that one game at the start of the broadcast? It wasn't today. It was a few days ago, where the Centaurs, like 3 times in a row, I think it was Infamous versus somebody.
Oh, really?
3 times in the game, the Centaur walked over during a team fight and, like, stunned somebody after, like, another Centaur stun or something like that. It was hilarious. Sometimes the neutral creeps, man.
They just want to get involved, you know?
Yeah. They really are neutral.
They are active creatures. There's a nice combo from Tiny. Arfu pokes his head out just a little too far. Gets it taken off by Weehaw.
The thing is, though, I really feel like... okay, if Liquid's getting kills up here, it's incredibly good because all they need to do is stall the game for Arc Warden and sit Sand King in front of towers. Sand King's having a really good game. He can just sit bot and cut himself into trees, burrow further if they try to dive him. And there's nothing that the Dire can really do down here.
Like, Arc Warden has a free lane. Ench kind of has a free lane, but pushing here, it's a concerted effort, right? They bring 4 heroes.
I think that this could be really good for Radiant, or Liquid, I should say.
If MC can hit level 8 and have Epicenter for a defense here.
Yeah, they're defending this. They're sending an Arc Warden illusion.
Give MC that juicy experience from the creep wave.
He's just playing in the trees. He's playing so safe. This is exactly what you do on Sand King. If you mess around and you just walk up and try to burrow or do any bullshit like that, you die. All you need to do is sit in these trees here. Look, there's 27 damage on the tower.
Huh.
This tower is invulnerable with the Sand King down here, and it gets a D-ward too.
And then because RNG take 4 down bottom, Flyby left a little open up top. Does get away with the Nature's Attendance though. Sustains through the damage from Liquid. We still under that tier 1, but they'll just look for the shove on the tower.
I like that Flyby is up here. It's the same thing with the Sand King sitting in front of the tower. Honestly, these heroes are almost identical when it comes to how you want to play the first like 10-20 minutes.
They kept the catapult on the tower though.
But the catapult, that's the problem. Enchantress can't do anything to clear the wave. She just sits there and you can't fight her, but you just ignore her and kill the tower. So Sand King is quite a bit better than Enchantress at doing this. It's just that Sand King's a little bit more killable if you have the heroes to do it. Look at Mind Control on the bot lane. He is not messing around. He knows what his job is. Do you think this is fun, Dota?
Nowhere near the creep wave.
He's not having fun right now, but he's winning. This is how you win. You just stand there.
He just walked through a tree. He's winning so hard. Look at him. He's just going to walk through that tree. There's no tree on Jenkins.
I don't have the tree there. It's slowly sinking into the ground for me.
Excellent. Oh, hello. We feeling the impetus damage from Flyby, but they turn. They've got combo with the cold feet, but the toss takes the cold feet off because of the Z axis. Yep, that exists. And Flyby just turns with the impetus hits.
Leave this lane. Liquid, leave this lane. This hero is not killable.
See, I wonder. That's twice now. We has tossed while cold feet is on, and it just dispels it because they fly too far in the sky.
Wait, are you serious?
Yeah, yeah, but the Z. I'm not joking.
What?
Legitimately, the Z axis.
Oh my god!
Right, so you think about like creep camps, they spawn, and we used to be able to stack because of the Z axis. Same thing with toss and cold feet.
With the nerf to cold feet, the range.
Yeah, it's real bad. It's
real
bad.
That is hilarious. Yep. This is actually not a combo anymore. What? Oh my god, Dota's such a hilarious game. I bet in Source 1 that wouldn't have happened. I don't think in Source 1 there was the
maybe not.
Z-axis.
I can't speak to that.
I can't either, but we'll go back to Source 1.
But again, you know, maybe something we has just never encountered before. Like, I do what? How does?
Under attack.
We'll see.
Is Cold Feet bugged, guys?
It's cold feet. Where did my cold feet go? Liquid, very, very stoic it feels like in this. You know, they've got Kuroki standing by his tower. Mind Control standing by his tower. Everyone very much knows their place.
That's all they have to do.
There's no leeway here. You've got Arc Warden having a continual free lane farm. They do move down bottom though, and that's vision given onto Sand King. He has stood by his tower, and he will die by his tower. Serpent Wards are there, and this tier 1 should be done. Maybe a quick little bit of bonus gold as the Miracle Tempest double arrives, and they'll finish that off quite easily. Oh.
My test.
Yeah, you said the sex number.
I did say the sex number. I might say the weed number next time.
Oh man, no, don't go to. Oh no, it's legal here. It's Colorado.
It is.
It's
It is. It's PG here. Kids can smoke it.
Jenkins, no.
That's
you
not,
stop right now.
That's not true. That was a lie. So they had to bring everybody down to the bot tower in order to take it. Unfortunately, I think Mind Control thought that his team was going to be a little more active in trying to defend him down here. But it was just too quick. The move was fast from RNG, so they were able to kill him. They committed every single thing in their arsenal to kill him. So, I mean, he's probably okay with this. It's such a free Sand King game. You might even want to go like bots, possibly.
4 staff on OD. Thoughts?
I've heard a lot of people saying that this is not how you want to play OD. You want to play him as a carry, so you go for the you know, Hex, Kaya, Yasha sort of thing. But with that being said, also he's against an Arc Warden, so he is going for a Dragonlance. Do you really want a Dragonlance against an Arc Warden? I don't know, but they might want to play fast.
Oh, Lanham. He's got sniped. We and GH in the jungle, I guess, with an Ice Blast as well. And Monet gets held back by a couple of Spark Waves. Kuro does get picked
Dice
by
top
Setsu.
OD.
That's the OD alone. That's the 4-step there. It gets you a kill.
Yeah, chase them down with Equilibrium too. That's slow. What a load of bullshit. This hero's not meant to have a slow. Come on. OD, he has like the highest potential damage in the game. Well, not exactly the highest, but he's a beast.
It's insanity.
He's a beast.
He's got to be a beast this game.
Oh, he does. He's against an Arc Warden.
Arc Warden, who has Midas nearly with the Maelstrom done, so lane pushing here for Liquid. It just becomes super easy sending these Tempest doubles out to the side lanes to shove, while the rest of your team, they can make moves like this. Smoke up with Wii leading the charge. Bounty Rune just ready and waiting there, sat all on its lonesome.
Smoking to the Sand King. Although I feel like with how Mind Control is playing, you'd think that they're bot, and they're actually wrapping around on mid. This is a really nice play because of...
And there's the combo. Ice Blast as well. That's a, is that a hood? Is that a hood or a pipe on the end? That's a hood. She's got a bracer as well. Very tanky flyby, but the cold feet with the drag back. Is it enough to shatter with the Ice Blast? Oh, it's close, and there it is, finally.
All right, that was pretty, man. That was so pretty. Mind Control was showing in the bot lane because his team was smoking to him, so he's trying to set up, right? And his team was going to go to the bot lane, but then they realized that RNG read that move, so they wrap around on mid. Super nice.
So now RNG realizing the play was made mid, contact made, and they will get some wards up top. They try to shove with that catapult wave themselves. They're actually TPing. Oh, hello, they've caught Kuroki on his way through the river.
But in the mid lane.
Yeah, the mid lane they did TP in to try and
They have the
battle,
OD.
but Setsu's the one to fall. Does catch here. As Monet's gyro is 1v2. Mind Control's TP, the reaction that gets that additional bonus kill, and the grip is optimistic. Toss up with the telekinesis helping out, and Arfu's burrow struck by Mind Control.
Now GH has the grip if they want to kill Enchantress.
Oh, he stole grip, yeah. She gets the tower deny. Nicely done.
If they grip into Ice Blast, anybody's going to die. How long is the grip with the Rubik? So that's 6 seconds? 28%? I don't know, 7 seconds. 7 seconds.
Plus 1.
About 7.
I'd say 7. I'm no mathematician. Flyby. Jump
back,
on,
toss back,
toss with, oh, Avalanche, there we go. Toss back. Now we've got the Fiend's Grip, Ice Blast, Burrow Strike, everything in the kitchen sink.
And now...
Flyby, that's 2 deaths in quick succession. Jenkins, Enchantress, Momentum.
GG. That's it for Enchantress. It is over for her. She needs a Midas if she wants to be a hero in the late game. This is the combo, though. They knew it. This AA with Sand King Blink, that's probably why he's rushing the Blink, is because he realizes that all he needs to do is set up and get the AA blast, and Enchantress can die. So, yeah, hard life for Enchantress this game.
So nice having these heroes with the Ancient Apparition as well. Tiny, Rubik, Sand King.
Maybe not Tiny anymore, though.
I guess so, but you know, Ice Blast
in the lane
from range is fine. I really want to see if Weehar just holds the toss if they do have cold feet.
They need to fix that. That's straight up not supposed to be how it works.
No, you travel the distance away from the spot you were
I guess.
cold
I wonder if that happens with the torrent now too.
Oh, if you torrent high enough?
Yeah.
Then the cold feet goes? I don't think you go high enough with torrent. Toss sends you like 700 range in the air or something.
You're like about to hit the camera with toss.
Yeah.
Look how long that Liquid has held this mid tower. Miracle's just chilling mid, sending illusions.
Two-man burrow. That's real nice from MC. He's got the Sandstorm down, tower, defended. They don't have a glyph, but RNG still not committing. With Weehar coming through, it forces the Astral defensively. And MC, he's been shackled up, but this big Ice Blast could be RNG's undoing. The toss, the shatter, Monet's so low, Lanham gets away. Liquid lose 2. No heroes dead just yet. Shadow Shaman does finally die to Kuro and Flyby. Found by Miracle.
So close to being a disaster. They need a D-ward. Okay, yeah, they got the D-ward. Nice. Mind Control was playing that really nice. He was staying right out of the sentry vision, which he possibly knew was on the high ground. So he stood to the left of the lane, seeing that they don't have any dust or anything like that to bring him out of the invis. So he's able to defend that and set up that nice 2-man burrow.
GH with Aetherlens now moves towards his blink. Miracle, I think, had Mjolnir queued up pretty much. Yeah, but he's done. He's completed it. Hand of Midas usage ready to go. We'll shift into Boots of Travel next. So now he's got even more split push capability. But also the fact, you know, you're dealing with a lot of spread damage from Gyrocopter. That stack charge is going to be pinging out everywhere. Lots of lightning from the Arc Warden. Pike into Blink for Setsu's OD. BKB looks like is queued up after. No Midas, no Hex. This
Yeah.
is very much maneuverability for the OD to get in and out of magnetic field, the burrow strikes, the displacement abilities the Liquid have with Tiny Toss, telekinesis. It's
Right.
pretty rough.
Right, he definitely needs it in this game. But I guess my only concern with this, and this is obviously a bit in retrospect and a bit just in terms of what I've seen other ODs do, but you can get these items later into the game and still kind of play that character. 'Cause I feel like RNG has been doing pretty well playing the Enchantress and the Gyro very actively, and that the OD doesn't necessarily need to have these items to show up to fights. Like, he could show up to the fights afterwards, like a carry would, possibly. But we'll see if it pays off. There's still a few more minutes where we're still in the mid-game, where there's going to be these mid-game fights. Then it'll get into late game, and we'll see if the Arc Warden picks up.
Yeah, right now he is tied in net worth with the Arc Warden. Miracle finishes that Mjolnir off.
Temporarily, I think. Temporarily.
Yeah.
Solid.
But that's the thing, you want this OD to have a couple of really good team fights now to get that acceleration
Right.
going and
Right.
just be, half an item or an item ahead of Miracle's Arc Warden.
Yeah, exactly.
Flyby joins the rest of his team, gets some creeps going.
Just trading towers. Mind Control now has his Blink Veil timing, which is very difficult to fight into with almost any lineup. You basically need a BKB at this point, otherwise you're going to lose the fight if the Sand King is there, and as long as it's not some sort of pick-off or skirmish. So probably good for RNG to wait for the BKB before fighting, or go for a pick-off.
And there is BKB Gyro.
Ah, there it is. Probably why they smoked. OD's not very close, but he can just go in after the Gyro goes in with the BKB.
Liquid very tight-knit. All together in that southern jungle. We really the only one playing out anywhere on the map, and he's behind
Miracle.
the tier 1. Oh, that was close. They'll get the burrow to start. Ice Blaster's there with a Nightmare trying to
hit the
save
Enchantress
Lana,
as
but he's
well.
already gone, and Flyby caught in the crossfire. Gets tossed up by Wii, and that's 3 in a row. Call down from Monet will arrive. Miracle, though, he's got the Tempest double out, and with the Sanity's Eclipse finally bringing Miracle down. It is a decent fight for RNG until Mind Control holding that Epicenter until the very end. Gets a 4th hero.
They got the bait too, he popped back.
That's a dieback on Arfu and a triple kill for Wii.
Email number of kills.
Oh, disastrous for RNG.
That initial play, the burrow into hitting the Ice Blast on the Enchantress,
Just the
That-
fact it scrapes her.
that's set up for such a nice fight, because if she gets the heal off, if she's able to get the heal off, she just doesn't die there. And if she doesn't die, then she's doing damage. She's doing pure damage at this point. She's basically doing as much damage as the OD. And she's also baiting a bunch of spells. So that allows Mind Control to instead use the Epicenter on the OD, which is probably the big pickoff in this fight, other than, of course, the Arc Warden. But when you're trading 1 for 4 and then a buyback and then 5, it is definitely worth trading your Arc Warden, even though it is a Miracle Arc Warden.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I think Miracle, I didn't check fight recap, but I don't think he lost that much. Like, he just finished Travels. He wasn't really holding on to too much gold, and if that, it was reliable gold. So his death, yeah, sure, it gives a bit of cash to RNG, but they lose so much more
Yeah.
in the process.
And that's the big timing, too. That's the Gyro BKB timing. We were talking about it. Like, they need to fight around these BKBs just due to all the magic damage that Liquid have. But,
it's when they're meant to be strong.
yep. BKB coming out on Miracle, too. He's just saying, you know what?
Oh, wow.
I just don't want to die to this OD. If I don't die to this OD, how am I going to die?
Fair enough.
Enchantress can't do anything.
I think
so
Tiny's going BKB as well, so skipping Aghanims for now. BKB queued on Wii.
I mean, when you're against Gyrocopter OD core, then why not?
Shadow Shaman. Lots of lockdown as well. RNG holding their triangle, 5-man smoke. Not spotted by Liquid, but again, no one holding top, no one pushing out mid. RNG.
Oh, they're going to Miracle.
Oh, this is real nice. Swing into mid, Miracle farming that little
Oh,
medium
he's
camp.
dead.
He does get found with a homing missile. Gets the magnetic field down first, but the magic damage is insurmountable. Miracle's gone and GH might follow. Mind Control Wii. They do all arrive here, Liquid, looking to fight. Blow up Lanham and a grip
stolen
down
grip.
as well. Nice Ice Blast onto Flyby, but gets away in time as MC has to back up. Homing missile will deter any further aggression from Mind Control, blinking away from it.
He even canceled the epi there. It was just about to go off, but he's like, nope, this is
I'm
not a
out.
good fight. This is not a good fight. I get the epi off. I probably go in and die, maybe kill one person, but they're going to lose a lot if they go in and die there. Because they held that and they were so disciplined, they get to possibly keep this tower, which is incredibly important, especially considering Roche is going to be the next objective, as we talked about in the last game at around the similar timing.
They should have Ice Blast again soon. Kuroki looking for that angle to line up. They know that RNG have very limited assets here, and there's the Ice Blast. Nice Astral. Setsu does set up to save his teammate. Mind control down, and Monet pops his BKB and he's out. Miracle wants Alfu, and that will be the kill they get. Scraping the bottom of the barrel, but Flyby
Nice
force-staffed
force.
out. Setsu again saving teammates. Spark raids, 2 of them, none of them connecting. Even with that Vortex from the Ancient Apparition, Flyby very nicely kept alive.
So they lose mind control for a Bane, which is definitely not worth it, but they keep the mid tower.
Yeah.
That's what's important here. They have the enemy mid tower, which means they have access to the enemy triangle, the enemy jungle, very easily. And they have their mid tower, which means Arc Warden can just hard farm that triangle. So really nice hold from Liquid. I mean, you obviously like to get more. I think mind control in that fight, he just barely didn't get the Sandstorm off. Lanham was just too quick with the Hex.
They are so speedy with sentries, with dust, with Hex. Miracle. This is the split push now. They need to commit a decent amount just to kill off the Tempest double. Dumping spells into this. No Ether Shock Shackles.
Dude, it's 300 gold in XP though. Actually, like it's worth a hero kill. It is really nice to farm that thing. It's kind of like bounties. At first, people kind of ignored them, but then it's like, wait a minute, these give a lot of gold, and so do the Tempest doubles.
I sure do.
It's worth it to push your lanes out though. To
Is
suicide
it 300?
It's 300, yeah.
Holy crap.
It's ridiculous. They're killing the lone druid there. Easy.
Nice catapult wave going for the bottom tier 2. Flyby and Lanham looking to just move forward slowly but surely, maybe get a ward down on that high ground a little further west. Miracle solo defending again with a Tempest double. Just so difficult to have these sustained pushes coming in when you've got to deal with this goddamn Arc Warden all the time.
Miracle just got an Arcane Rune, so he's got a 55-second cooldown. Midas.
Excellent. Tier 2 will finally be surrendered by Liquid. The vision is there from RNG, and it doesn't... I've spoken too soon again. It looks like Liquid really do want to defend down here. Smoke out MC and Kuro, but
Nice
the blink back from Setsu. Very speedy. Burrow struck still. And Monet moves in. Mind control, the target of choice. Arfu gets blown completely up by Wii. And the OD still caught on the front lines. Has a BKB, and Setsu retreats. Mind control, the one to fall on Liquid. Look at these mass TPs. RNG, they want out. They need exit. Flyby is going to give his life for the cause. There's nothing that he can do to retreat from there. And it should be a +1 here on Lanham. RNG, again, they lose. They bleed out 3 heroes in a row.
Once again, defending the tower.
No. Don't.
Oh, Monet, he has no BKB?
Don't play silly now. Don't play silly now.
Oh, he's a madman! He's insane!
He wanted to kill Setsu. He wanted that OD.
Oh, they are really trying to milk that.
And that's 2 BKBs used by RNG to retreat.
Yep.
And TP home and run away.
And 2 towers defended for Liquid. That's 2 fights in a row that they maybe sacrifice something. Both times they sacrifice mind control to defend a tower. And if you have an Arc Warden, you want to go late game. So defending towers, that is the name of the game.
BKB about a recipe away. What, 1400 from Wii finishing that off. Arc Warden, Miracle. He was going for BKB himself, wasn't he? He's got it done.
Yeah,
Sacrifice, 2400 saved up towards it.
It's a good scythe game. I think he doesn't really need the damage. They're not lacking damage. Tiny does a lot. They have the supports do a lot, and then Sand King also. As long as they can hex somebody, they're going to kill them before their BKB gets off. Period. With these heroes that they have.
Scythe for your OD. So that will be a massive turning point for Setsu.
Oh yeah, that's huge.
Blink, Hurricane Pike, and Scythe being able to jump into the bubble.
A lot of people literally just go like Boots Scythe, like Boots Midas Scythe on this hero now, because it is that strong. You kind of just want it. Like the hero is like 2x the hero once you get the Scythe. You can kill anybody in Dota from 100 to 0 with the Scythe of Vice on OD. Maybe not another OD though, because of the the int, but you know what I'm saying.
Get those hits in. So Monet shows mid lane, shoves it out. Expected move from him is like go triangle, farm in jungle. But it's a smoke with his team pushing aggressively forward into the
Liquid
Radiant
knows.
side of the map. But Liquid, they're not playing around. They're defending tier 1. They've got 3 heroes bodyguarding. Now the wraparound. Oh, Wii pops the smoke. Setsu's there. Blink and toss with the avalanche on top. Setsu BKB on the Ice Blast. I don't think that hit. Big Sandy's Eclipse will clear up Wii, and Miracle with a BKB is coming to fight. RNG are looking to reset and take the high ground. MC, he's found the OD. Monet, Santa's Eclipse, was that taken by the GH Rubik? It will be a buyback from Wii, but RNG did take the ramps. They took the high ground and they reset that fight really nicely, because that started getting awkward.
not really the target you want to go on, the OD, unless you have some guaranteed follow-up. Because, I mean, as we just saw there, you just BKB and Hurricane Pike away, and all of a sudden the Ice Blast doesn't hit. Like, you need somebody to connect with a stun after the Avatos. Otherwise, you're not going to hit that Ice Blast.
Unless you feel like RNG's BKBs, they are such valuable assets that you'd rather buy back a Tiny and pop the BKBs, go for a Roshan. Maybe you think about the the continuation fight. Once the BKBs are down, you've got so much reach and magic damage that you can go and
that's a good call.
Snipe out OD and Gyro.
Yeah, that's a really good call. I mean, that's probably why they're taking this rush right now, actually, because the BKB's down. So whether or not they planned it, which they probably did because it's Liquid, who knows.
Yeah, like buy back Tiny, get Aegis on Tiny. We are now has that backup plan.
You just suicide, start the fight, and I mean, buybacks, they don't cost that much at this point, you know?
Like 600-700 or something?
Yeah, 800 for Tiny. And to win a fight and take an Aegis, that's probably worth it. It's certainly worth it.
And he's not that far away. Like, that didn't delay his BKB by that much.
No, because they got so much off of it afterwards.
Still about a recipe away. Now, GH, Kuro, MC. What are we up to, these lads? Are they there's a dewarding mission? The trio of dewarders wandering through their own junk. Oh, did that sentry miss? Oh, my.
Oh,
okay.
Just barely. So, Gyro knows that they're here.
Kuro's got loads of them.
Taking over their own jungle again, dewarding.
See, GH, there we go. Mastermind dewarder. He found it. This feels weird. Is he just playing here to pretend that he has multiple heroes behind him? That's why the Ice Blast was coming. The TP from the Arc Warden Tempest Double was coming. I'm looking at that and thinking, we is alone here, completely isolated.
He's a maniac. But then again, you got these two, like, kind of global heroes with you at all times. And the Arc Warden and the AA. He does have the Aegis, too. Although if he dies...
He dies twice. Right? Yeah, exactly.
He has no buyback, so it's pretty bad. They're pinging him. Oh, he's pinging. So that's Lee pinging. So he's saying, okay, guys, I'm gonna pull this wave.
Clear out mid wave.
Really important to clear that wave. Yeah, super important. Smoke cut from the RNG squad.
Because now RNG, they can't clear the Radiant Wave coming in, and they've got to wait.
Look at this mind control position.
Oh, Santa's Eclipse from GH. A bit of mana lost there on Monet, but that's Miracle gone. Real hero dead. BKB did get popped. The OD used his. A big kill for RNG to get there, defending their tier 2.
Liquid are very good at just getting out if something bad happens. Like, there's not an awful lot of bleeding in this game, and I think that's something we've seen a lot this TI, is people...
Save your buddy syndrome.
Yeah, kind of overcommitting and then just losing a lot when they maybe shouldn't. But really good pickoff from RNG. That's a no buyback Arc Warden, so they can finally get this goddamn mid tower down. Like, this has been giving Liquid such an easy game. And they still fought for it.
Radiant's middle tower can't handle this deluge.
If you've got a glyph, use it on a tier 1.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, look, my glyph's back again. Lovely. Ice Blast probably caught a glimpse of RNG moving down south there.
They can maybe, they can even get the tier 2. It looks like Ice Blast used. Arc Warden, 31 seconds, no buyback. They saw that he'd purchased the Hex.
Yeah, Tiny farming jungle. Liquid not really mounting a defense. Serpent Wards are there for the tier 2. And RNG, they've got some reasonably good vision out there on the map. They will be falling back just to clear out their own jungle.
Setsu's trying to set up on top. He's trying to set up on the Sand King, but he sees that after a couple seconds, Sand King's not pushing. He's not going to show up on the next wave. So he just goes and pushes it out. And at that time, his team is also out, so... It's little things like that. It's kind of cool in Dota, where a worse player will go show immediately.
People never used to do it. Like, even at the highest level in Dota, it feels like.
Yeah, people just go show, trying to get a kill, and then all of a sudden the team gets chased.
Or it's like, there is a wave, I will farm it, but like waiting, 7-8 seconds. You lose 1 CS, 2 CS, but the expected value, if you get a kill, one person pushes wave again.
Yeah. Did you see the clip on Reddit of Ana? He waited to hit a shrine with an MKB that he just purchased for Arteezy, who was in Vision, to purchase components to the butterfly. So he didn't want to show the MKB because he wanted Arteezy to buy the butterfly. And it's like 2 seconds of making a decision, and it's so good.
So smart. Mind control. Again, good initiation, but they've got the Astral to back up, and the BKB once he comes out. Monet immediately pops it and turns to fight. As the buyback from Bane, it's a long trek for Arpu to get in, and Miracle's still... in this real difficult battle with RNG, because they've blown him up. He's got his Tempest Double still alive, but Liquid have lost 2-3 now of their big heroes, and they all go to Setsu's OD.
There's a DD top too.
And now Tiny, oh, he's blinked his BKB, he's used his combo, he gets the dieback kill on Arfu, tries the TP, barely scrapes home with his life.
All right, that's a minute without 2 cores. And those are the 2 cores that are also amazing at defending towers. Sand King with the Sandstorm, Arcord with the Bubble. This is a Rax. This is legitimately a Rax right now.
Yeah, GH shoves out mid lane, that's the best he can do, comes back to defend now. They've got the Hex though, Setsu into this Radiant base, but the Burrow Strike there for the buyback Sand King, the call down onto Weehar's head. This is Setsu now in a spot above him, look at him, he's turning tail, he's got to run back past that tier 3.
They have the Shrine
now
TP2, Sand King's
they
deeping.
can't get tier 3 or Barracks Jenkins, they might lose more. MC,
Mind control.
MC, he's got him! Nice Burrow with the Avalanche and no BKB on Monet, means this could be another 2 additional kills. Toss up, Fable out, and Kuro's Ice Blast off miles away somewhere. Finally the BKB comes off CD, Monet escapes. Flyby somehow slips away from it. Mind Control doesn't catch that one. Does we have a blink? He's
Mind Control does have Yule Scepter, so he could possibly set this up.
Nice
Okay, he's going to catch him.
He's caught him. MC, Burrow, and Avalanche throw everything onto this Ench and make sure she dies. Liquid, how did... They didn't even lose tier 3 top.
No, that buyback from Mind Control came up at the perfect time. And then the wraparound, too, from the Shrine. Ooh, that was nice. Unfortunately, Setsu TP'd right into in the tower vision, I believe. I think he was in vision. He was in some sort of vision there. Maybe a creep vision. I don't know. Otherwise, Mind Control just reacts so quickly.
Yeah, they thought they were safe. They forced the buyback of Ench. Liquid on the high ground now, looking for this high ground breach. We with a DD going. Serpent Water there, and they've got 4 staffs to bail him out. So, that was a little close. Spicy Enchantress hits with that impetus damage. They'll resort to taking out the Tempest double, having defended that high ground. And Liquid back to controlling the map, back where they want to be.
They draw an arrow top because the bot lane is shoving in, the mid lane is shoving in, so all they need to do is shove in this top lane. 3 lanes in, then they can make a move.
Must be another, what, minute and a half until Roshan potentially respawns.
Yep. Minute 20.
Minute 20. That's hidden by the Jungle Jam logo.
Everything's hidden by the Jungle Jam logo. So, goddamn Jungle Jam.
Jungle Jam o'clock is when Roshan respawns. Arc Warden top, that's the lane you mentioned.
Doesn't that sound like a good brand of jam? Jungle Jam?
Jungle Jam. Coming to a Walmart near you?
Actually sounds disgusting now that I think about it.
Why?
Jam from the jungle?
Passion fruit jam?
Oh, okay.
Passion fruit and mango jam.
For some reason I was thinking squeezing frogs or something like that.
What's wrong with you?
I'm just thinking that that's the first thing that I thought about.
Squeezing frogs. You want to take one of the arrowhead frogs that they use, the poisonous ones?
Yeah, that's exactly
what I was
thinking.
Make jam out of that.
When I think of jungle, I think of those colorful frogs.
Okay, yeah, sure. Just grab a bird of paradise.
Yeah, squeeze a toucan.
Turn it into squeeze a toucan, turn it into jam.
That's how they make Fruit Loops. Do they have those in?
They don't squeeze it. They let it pass.
They let it pass. What do you mean by pass?
Up to you. 38 minutes in. Smoke up from RNG. They are actively looking for kills now. They
That's
know
a high
that
ground, though.
A big kill, a big team fight here could win them high ground.
Liquid's fighting. They're choosing to fight by the ward instead of the high ground. Look at all of the Arc Warden Wraiths. How the hell do you run into this?
I can't tell how many there are. They all look like there's 30 of them.
There's
they're all glitching out.
There's 3 of them on each entrance.
Man.
It's so annoying dealing with an Arc Warden when he has his cooldown.
What's the talent? What's
it's
the
minus 2 seconds.
No, 350 damage. Yeah, 350 damage.
Right,
right. 25.
So you have a 1.84 second cooldown.
On a 800 damage nuke.
With also a Tempest double that's casting it as well.
×2. Easy money for Setsu. Going for Lincoln Sphere now. Satanic for the gyros, nearly done. So difficult in so this kind of situation. Yeah, exactly. This kind of situation for me is so difficult. Looking at RNG and knowing that one fight will break the back of Liquid and get them into high ground, maybe end the game. Buybacks, they are important, but finishing your items can be important as well. What goes into that mentality of deciding which way do you go? Gyro finishes Satanic there, and he knows that he wants to win a fight.
I think generally it's if your buyback doesn't really matter, if you're, let's say, some Death Prophet or something like that, Gyro is not really in that situation, but I think that RNG knows that against this Arc Warden, they're going to need to end the game pretty soon, and if they take a couple of team fights and they don't just win and take high ground, they're probably never going to high ground an Arc Warden. Or they're going to go hyper late game where like the buyback doesn't matter. BKB cooldown also matters a little bit, and the Satanic's also going to save you. So I guess he feels pretty safe not having the buyback, surviving the fights. He hasn't really died much on this gyrocopter, to be honest. Let's see, how many deaths does he have?
718.
718. Okay, so he's died once. So that's probably like partly why.
RNG perpetually on the back foot, though, dealing with Tempest doubles. They've got to come down and clear out bottom lane, shove that out. And as we very often see, Dire team pushing out bot lane means Radiant gets full control of Roshan, the pit, and that top shrine and bounty rune area. So Liquid are there. They're inside. They start hitting Roshan. RNG need to snappily react. They've scanned anything. They know. They know. Liquid have scanned the high ground just off to the east, but RNG are coming in from a different angle.
So
Liquid
they scanned
give
it.
up the game.
They scanned it. Okay, so they know that Liquid's out. Do they have vision? They don't have vision. Okay, they saw the Roche. They saw the Roche walking back in the pit. So they know that it's not being taken. They don't have much to worry about. Although,
oh, the Hex! So quick from Setsu. Force Staff drifting way hard to the high ground. The BKB stops the Santa's Eclipse and the Force Staff out from OD. Allows him to repurpose himself, but Mind Control's gripped up after a quick burrow from him. He's BKB'd in his turn. The grip back on the Bane. Monet's alone, walking 1v4 into the middle of Liquid, just trying to zone them out so they can finish off Mind Control. The Sand King will fall and he's got no buyback. Miracle, good damage, but there's a big Hex. Forces Miracle back and to forces BKB. Lanham on the side coming in. Doesn't break the ramp. Two big kills from RNG, but OD dies.
Can we watch the Hex? I want to look at that Hex.
The MC jump?
Yeah, the Hex on
the Wii jump. The Wii jump.
Onto Wii. How did he do that?
Do we have player perspective?
Did they see him on the high ground? Can we player perspective this? All right, well, let's watch this. Okay, so
it is Setsu, right?
It's Lanham.
Is it Lanham that hexes him?
I think it's Lanham.
They've got so many hexes.
Okay, let's watch this.
Arfu sentries.
He sees the Tiny on the high ground.
Bane gets pinged by Wii. He wants to go in. They don't see anything. Oh, they see him for a
it's the OD Hex. It's the OD Hex. All right, let's watch one more time.
Fast.
One more time. I'm pretty sure he precasted it. In vision. They placed the sentry, which gave vision. And they vision to the left. It was the sentry. The sentry plus the vision to the middle lane. This was the reason they won the fight. This is why precasting.
Does he just hover over the Bane? He's just hovering
over the Bane. What?
The big bait.
That was a bait.
The big bait.
Oh my God.
Just
Setsu.
hover over your Bane. Quick cast that Hex. Wii.
The BKB on Wii, though, that was pretty nice.
Real fast.
That was pretty legit.
Such speedy gaming.
God damn, this is why these guys are pros.
Zoom, zoom. Gonna cast a team fight in 2-speed.
Sure. Sand King goes in, he gets hexed, the Miracle gets impetus up, OD gets tossed up into the air. On the high ground, Arc Warden shooting down, and it looks like RNG just wants to back off.
So sick.
Thank you so much. That's why I'm paid to be here. That was sick, though. That was awesome. That Hex. I mean, he died anyway, which sucks, but...
Yeah, dead for 80 seconds.
That was a sick bait. The spam ping. It's nice when you can get that against Magnuses. You just know it's like, all right, I'm a Mag player. This is a good RP. He blinks right into the RP spot. You feel like a god, and then it never happens for the next 1,000 games.
How is Lanham so rich all the time? 4,000 gold saved up.
This man's going to have a Black King bar soon.
Like, he has 9.6k net worth, and he had 4k in his bank. Monet moving towards Butterfly now. Fly by Pipe and Pike. Once Agonon's next. Roshan for RNG. Liquid not really in a position to contest either. Two heroes dead without buyback. This is a quick and easy one. Ice Blast will scout. They might go for a bit of poke.
They can put the Arc.
That's that Scythe on the Arc Warden. Tempest double. It's quickly dispatched though. Taken out by that RNG gyro so simply. And Roshan is dead. Foregone conclusion. Liquid can't get in there. Okay, just gyro cheese on the Ench, it looks like.
Still dead. Tiny and Sand King.
Yeah, dead for a long
We and
time.
Mind Control are just so bored.
I mean, how are buybacks now?
Let's see.
We're looking good. Everyone getting their buybacks back. Just a bit of money off.
Just Enchantress.
See, that's the thing. Everyone's buying items in this game. It feels like everyone's just racing to their next item, looking for that little advantage in a team fight here.
Yeah. Be interesting to see if it swings that way, where people just say, "Screw buyback. Let's just win the fight by having more items."
Let me buy a bracer.
Yeah.
Miracle really irritating this OD now. Out on the side lanes. You cannot push alone. You need a buddy system here for RNG. And they will have Lanham and Flyby to help out Setsu.
Now that he's got the butterfly, it's so difficult to kill that illusion, even with everybody there.
Do you buy double MKB now? OD and Gyro?
God, OD MKB feels so bad. You'd honestly rather, yeah, he's going for a refresher. You'd rather just
double Sanity's Eclipse.
Hit somebody else and then Sanity's Eclipse, exactly.
That's fair enough. Get the double Hex going as well. That's incredibly nice. Double BKB.
I do think Gyro needs an MKB. I think he's got it coming out on the courier.
He
oh yeah,
should have. Yeah, there it is. Can replace his Aegis if needs be.
Yeah. Drop the phase boots,
Oh, a
maybe.
double damage rune for RNG. If they've got a smoke, this is potentially go time. A hero, was showing top from Liquid. But RNG, they're lacking vision. They've not seen 3 or 4 members of Liquid in a solid 2 minutes. They've been hiding off in the triangle on the left-hand side of the map.
The classic Arc Warden game. Sit in the triangle until you win. Or lose. Either or.
Brute force bot lane. Let's go. RNG, tier 2. Very simple objective. And Monet with his double damage rune for quite some time.
They
could
COD
think about
top.
Pushing.
They COD,
Does he have travels?
He does not have travels.
No.
He could buy travels, though. He's got enough gold. And he does.
He does.
Good call, Gareth.
Thanks.
Yeah, this way they can keep sieging this bot lane.
It's that kind of stuff that got me to Immortal,
I don't think it's that. I think it's your...
my charm and my wit.
No, definitely not that. Probably spamming.
I use chat wheel really well. That's literally the only thing.
You're probably spamming Dark Willow or something.
No, you've seen my chat wheel. It just says GG well played on every
I have seen
single
your
option.
No. One of them is GG.
Oh, yeah, okay.
The other one
is
is
GG.
all of the other ones are GGWP.
Yep.
But you'd say in a positive way, don't you?
Yeah.
You're too wholesome.
Good game. Good game, Jenkins.
Thank you.
Top-notch performance, mate.
Thank you so much.
Smashing.
This is why you got Immortal.
Positive mental attitude.
Nothing to do with skill or anything. Just like Slacks.
I'm just warm and cuddly.
Yeah, just like Slacks.
Yeah. I learnt from him.
Except without the warmth or the cuddliness. Just an evil, ragey person.
No toxicity here.
No.
We, in a pretty interesting position with mind control, holding multiple high grounds. Liquid are ready to defend their base, but also to defend their shrine on that top part. Hex comes out from Miracle.
The old bubble your tower strat. Classic.
Have fun. Oh look, Ench has a Centaur Corsa for the 10% magic resist. Spark Race be damned. Oh, the Hex again. So irritating. There's Monet Gyro. He's about to lose Aegis unless he pops Satanic. Here comes a nice Nightmare save from Alfu, but still pops
Ooh,
the
the trees!
And the trees come out and destroy Lanham. Miracle's Tempest Double's doing everything. Like, Liquid commit absolutely nothing. Ice Blast is there, sure, but that's off cooldown another 40 seconds. Liquid look to chase out of their base.
Oh, almost got
MC, he's looking in the trees, but he won't find anyone. Alfu and Flyby with Monet retreat nicely. How did he see him there? Just get the Yules up into the air. Very quick kill on the Bane.
Bane is pinging. Oh wait.
No, that was
that was mind control.
Does the Spark Ray from the high ground, is that what gave it vision?
I don't think so. I think he's just pinging there might be a ward there that he might have placed on the way out.
That's why.
Yeah, so he's like, all right, let me just check this high ground while we're here. Lanham was in the trees.
Still pretty close net worth-wise.
At 47 minutes, yeah, that's insane, especially against an Arc Warden.
Like, Arc Warden is only 3k ahead of the OD right now, and this is an OD without Hand of Midas.
Yep. He's just been fighting. He's just been winning fights all game.
Well, it's, 10, 4, and 5. I thought it said 15. 10, 4, and 5 on the OD. Solid score. But Liquid come again. Hex up immediately. Astral save. OD there. Setsu keeping his buddies alive, and Monet will just waltz on by. Flyby trying to commit a little bit onto Miracle's Tempest Double, but he pops the BKB and makes it even harder work. Impetus shots should clear it up, but I think it times out before they can really get the kill.
Yeah. If the OD save isn't there, I think they commit for gyro. If they get the Ice Blast on him. They had mind control right in position and a follow-up hex. They just said, you know what, that's not going to connect. It's probably not a kill. It's interesting to see Liquid make a decision like that, where they probably had a plan of how to go about killing the gyro, and it fell through. So they just said, okay, we're not going to risk it.
Oh boy! When you were talking about Hex OD being able to blow anyone up, we've got Hex Bloodthorn on this Arc Warden. Lanham with his own BKB, Shackles up, and he's locked down GH. But the lift is there, and a steal back on Shackles. Weehar's in the middle of it all with Miracle bubbled up. Monet has to walk in to deal with him. Mind controls Epi, zones out Setsu. Flyby needs a way to get this damage through. The impetus shots are good, but that Santa's Eclipse did very little. Miracle is still alive, and Weehar chucks a tree back in to help Mind Control hold Flyby back. RNG bought Gyro out, actually. Do they want to keep on fighting?
I guess so.
Gyro buyback's a big expenditure.
They bought back 3 in that fight, I think. They bought back the Rasta. They bought back the Bane. OD did not buy back Enchantress.
If Roshan's alive, I'm down with it, but
AA is dead, but no Rosh.
Still quite some time for Rosh to respawn. Another decent fight for Liquid.
If Enchantress had that MKB in the fight, Miracle dies. He was just sitting in the bubble, getting wailed by Enchantress. I think Enchant was hoping that since he was so low, he would run out of the bubble onto the high ground, and then she'd get the hit on him. But he just stood in the bubble until she ran away. So, good play by Miracle. Just understanding that, like, if he did what the natural instinct of play is, which is to run away, he dies there.
There's so much like hard initiation and hard commit from both teams. Like once a team is in, both teams are in. Like you have to commit to this team fight fully, because there is no running away. There's no running away from Ench, Gyro, OD. There's no running away from Arc Warden, Sanking, Tiny. And now the catch, it is there. Setsu finds it with the Shackles to follow through. GH is in trouble now too. Eon Disc will pop, but with 5 RNG heroes surrounding him, it's not looking good. He is dead for 120 seconds. Buyback not ready. RNG 5 versus 4 in this scenario.
Roshan may respawn in 12 seconds. If they get obscenely lucky, they will take Rosh.
What about a Bloodthorn on OD? Like, Arc Warden has Hex and Bloodthorn.
That seems pretty good. Yeah, that's
slots are a problem.
The slots are definitely an issue. Honestly, I don't feel like the Hurricane Pike is good because the 4-staff component, but
MC buyback forced. Lanham chucks in the Serpent Wards. Bubbles from Miracle, keeping the tier 3 alive still. Monet.
Ooh, Gyro,
has to deal with a BKB from the Tempest Double. Ice Blast flies on through, clips the Gyro now, and Setsu is going to get committed on by Sanking. Liquid not hard committing though. They go in, they force BKBs, and they force RNG to retreat. They've got to come back and deal with mid lane.
That was just tower for tower because of the double siege wave. Wow. That's really lucky for Liquid, or very well played. I can't tell. Earlier on, this lane was pushed in, so whoever did that just got a Rax.
Probably Arc Warden, yeah.
Probably Arc Warden.
It's always Arc Warden.
Probably Arc Warden.
Where are we at now for him? Moonshard on the cards.
8,000 gold.
8,000 gold saved up.
He can afford almost... He can afford the full Moonshard, actually.
What do you feel about Arc Warden Aghanim Scepter? The rune creation every minute, is it?
I think it's pretty nice. I mean, you can create bounty runes. That's a pretty nice gold influx for your teams.
Just print money.
Yep. It's good. Trent would be mad right now because this Arc Warden sold his Midas.
Oh dear. He didn't keep it backpack.
Yeah.
Oh no. 51 minutes in. Coming into this series, I really did see sort of a couple of 40-minute games. Maybe go 2-1 for RNG. The way this is looking, though, it's going deep. We're going long. Miracle, Arc Warden. All on his own. 1 versus 5. Zones them away from the high ground.
Have we seen any like less than 30-minute games on the main stage?
I don't know about main stage. We've seen some quick ones, though.
Because these games have been nuts. They're just all going hyper late games. It's like a Mag on one team and Arc Warden on the other, or Alchemist.
One of the things, like, Arc Warden is such a well-rounded, balanced hero.
Absolutely.
That all of his itemization and skills are, equally treated. But I feel like the vision from Spark Wraiths is something that maybe goes undersold when you have this many of them seeing literally everything.
Yeah, I think it's very balanced. You can have the entire Dota map covered with 800 damage nukes.
Is it 800?
It's at 660.
Oh, jeez. Hold Alt on it.
727.
Yep. Jesus Christ. Very powerful.
I don't even know what to say. How do you enter into this Roche pit?
I mean, they can do the... Can you still do it? The blow-up Roche with the Spark Wraiths?
I think so.
Let's get going. He doesn't need an Arcane Rune or anything, does he? It'll help.
I think when Liquid did do it, it was with the Arcane Rune.
Okay.
But Roche was also spawned. I think Wee's trying to stand in the pit so it could scan. And they did. They did scan. So they're worried about the Roche, but he's just going to blink out. By blink out, I mean BKB.
Very interesting Force Staff over the top. Wee does pop his BKB, but so does Setsu. This is fine for Liquid. As long as they don't get hard committed on further. Quick little glimmer, a Force Staff again. Wee going for the toss of the trees. Setsu down to about a third of his HP. That is real spooky. Daedalus done, that's why. And Roshan's fully controlled by Liquid.
Double damage gyro though. This is a nice timing if you can get something with this. You'd like to take a fight right now. It doesn't look like they want to though. RNG's just okay with farming with this DD.
Yeah, they're holding high ground, holding ramps, very tentatively kind of skirting around the edge of the Roche pit.
They're playing against an Arc Warden though. I mean,
they're waiting for Arc Warden to come to them.
Yeah.
Like, OD is pushing bottom lane, and does he have bots too? Does he have the upgraded bits of travel on OD?
Bots one.
Just the bot. That's fine though. He'll get into the creep waves, no problem.
Yeah, the mid creep wave is just constantly sitting around mid. Both teams are doing a very good job at shoving it out. Weehaw looks like he's going to probably throw some trees at it. Or one tree. It's enough.
And some rocks.
Yep. This guy's just destroying Mother Nature, isn't he? Just tossing nature around like it's nothing. I saw him toss a deer earlier in this game too. Some flyby. Deer.
Leave the Ench alone.
Yeah.
So strong now with just like a bracer pipe tread, like strength treads. Unkillable.
Immortal. It's immortality.
Indestructible Enchantress. Bit of an awkward period of the game. Standoff around the Roshan pit. Both teams kind of want to get in there, but both teams want that, that fight to start on their terms with their vision, and they get the hero that they want to initiate on. So it's really just become a battle of shoving waves. The side lanes are pretty much like at the elbow of the lane. They're at that little crook on the corners. Mid lane, a little bit towards the Liquid side, but this can be dealt with very easily.
Yeah,
but because that mid lane's shoved in, yeah, exactly. RNG do actually move forward, so they're making this aggressive maneuver. Hex from Lanham.
I don't know if this is the hero or if you want to play to the high ground.
Weehaw jumps in. He's got a BKB and he's blown up the Bane. Arthur's dead with no buyback. MC. Oh, they do get the Hex. Miracle gets a catch, but the Astral's there to save. What's the additional stun? They've got the trees coming in, and Flyby's gone. Crushed by Wee's Tiny. Another double damage rune for the bloody gyro, though.
Oh, is he going to farm with this one again?
Looks like it.
He is indeed.
They're giving up Roshan.
Yeah, without the Bane. Oh, they do a buyback on 2, but to expend a buyback at this point? Although you're giving an Aghanim Scepter to somebody. This is such a hard point. Oh, the crit with Tiny.
Look at the damage on that Roche. Destroy. No answer from RNG. Let's see how the spoils get shared across.
Oh, of course.
GH
Rubik
with the Ags.
Rubik Ags.
So what do we have?
Sunsfan said this is the best Ags in Dota. The Rubik Ags. And that makes sense. You get everybody else's Ags. So if there's any better Ags, just take it.
So Serpent Wards is the key, is the king for me here. Astral Charges is like, whatever.
Yeah.
Ench, Impotent, like,
Bane, if you can get Brain Sap.
Brain Sap is a 1.5 second
1.5 second.
Yep.
With low cast point.
See, why can't you steal Side Gunner?
That's a good point. Maybe it's not a good Rubik Ags game.
There is Serpent Wards.
You can't steal
cooldown.
Impetus.
We can't just think about ultis, right? We've got to think about Shackles, Hex,
of course.
Nightmare, Homing Missile, being able to steal multiple spells in a team fight,
And the range. Like, there's zero way that he doesn't get a spell that he wants. If he wants to steal the Serpent Wards, he's going to get it.
Again, Miracle just solo pushing with a Tempest double. Tanks a couple of homing missiles. Shrine time, though, for the rest of Liquid. Top lane's pushed in very nicely for Liquid. Bottom lane doesn't feel like they need to address it right now.
They can cut it. They can just cut it.
Exactly. They can play from this plateau area and play
they're
that.
pinging it. They don't. They're pinging because they don't need to give up their position. They have this ward on the high ground. This is the most valuable thing right now.
It feels like the most valuable spot on the map for Radiant. Like, you think about the Dire team, the mirror spot on that kind of left-hand shrine.
The way that it goes is like the safest spot for the enemy is also happens to be the best spot for the other team to take,
yeah,
which makes sense.
Yeah, like the two ramps we're looking at now. You can push mid, you can push down bottom,
right.
You can set up for fights. You've got high ground vision, and it's so like that's why bottom tier 2 for me is so difficult to defend as Dire. It's out in the open. There's so many entrances.
If you don't have control of the high ground.
Yeah.
If Dire has control of the high ground, then it's a little bit. Whoever has control of the high ground is just winning Dota, and this is kind of the new thing that people are doing. And by new, I mean, you know, within the last few months, instead of giving up an area of the map and going back to deal with split pushing, which is what a lot of people do in pubs, you just cut the wave, and eventually you're gonna have every single wave in the base. Maybe somebody can even head for that top wave, but it's a little far. It's a little bit of a risk. Usually people just do it with 2 lanes.
I saw Ags on Arc Warden, and he just made a bounty room.
Pings the bot wave. He says, I got this, guys. Waves are shoving in. Look at the gold lead. Look at it slowly go up. This is how valuable holding this position is. And this is why Liquid, they look like they're afraid, but they just understand that if they hold this position, they outfarm the enemies, period.
Everybody has buyback. 10 heroes. Wee pops his BKB very early on. No team fight here for Liquid unless they fall back to the high ground. Lobs a treat at Arfu, and there we go. Jump in from Setsu. The Glimmer of the Force, the fall back from Liquid. They hold the ramp again. And they've got that high ground vision, so RNG cannot break up. Miracle has a Hex on the Gyro. A fall back from Monet will be fine.
They can't go up that high ground. I'm surprised that RNG has left their base. This is kind of ballsy.
Miracle. 2 of him with a burrow there. Monet taken out. He's got buyback, but that was a little awkward. The shackles are out onto a Tempest double, and it doesn't look like RNG really get too much out of this.
Back to the high ground.
Santa's Eclipse is big. It pops the Aeon Disc, and Setsu's BKB does allow him to chase Kuroki, but that's a Ghost Scepter on Kuro. He stayed alive, and now Mind Control arrives. The big Epi with a Burrow Strike. The BKBs are now wearing out, and RNG don't have much left to give. The trees tossed forward, but there's the cheese. Enchantress does stay through as Monet moves in for the Tempest double. Clear out the mid-wave. Can they catch anyone? Jenkins. Who's left? Liquid TP out. Kuroki, he's all alone. GH is out. Mind Control's fine. And Liquid, they completely disengage.
Look how much gold Liquid got from holding that position. If you asked me what was going to be nerfed about Dota, I would say it's like probably holding this position on the map, because you just forced the enemy team to make such a bad move. And the thing is, it looks like RNG was doing a very ballsy play leaving their base, but what do? Get stuck in their base for 7 minutes and just lose the gold lead, like lose the game because they're losing gold? You have to do something.
You've got to push out.
They're straight down mid. I think Gyro should go for Rapier at this point.
Trying to force Arc Warden buyback. Yeah, it went from 8k to 16k. An 8,000 swing pretty much from that Liquid hold on that high ground area.
Kuroki bought a Dagon on AA. He's going for a full Dagon. I mean, it's for the burst. It's just so they can kill people before BKB.
GPM talent.
Yep.
Who cares a ward a minute when I can get a Dagon every 7 minutes?
And he went for the Ice Vortex slow/resistance. So it's 38% increased magic damage with Mind Control, who has Veil of Discord, and a bunch of magic damage heroes. That's a lot of damage. It's unironically a good Dagon game.
What BKB timings do we have now? I mean, I'm guessing Monet's down to 5.
5 seconds on Monet.
OD must be 5 as well.
OD
surely.
is 5.
Like, we're 62 minutes into this game, and the BKBs have worn out. Shadow Shaman buys an Axe for himself, and that feels like RNG might just be prepping themselves for an all-in.
Yep. And Shadow Shaman's the only hero that has
a non-5 second
BKB. A non-5 second BKB.
8 seconds on him, I think I saw.
Yep. Enchantress close to the Aghanim Scepter. Almost has Ags plus buyback. Although it feels very bad just because... Well, she's got the Monkey King bar, actually. She's good.
Miracle is stacked. Nothing left, really, he wants to buy.
This has got to be so obvious. Look at the waves. Look how quiet it is on the map. RNG knows that this is happening, but the thing is, this lets Liquid get back into the position. Look where they are. This is all they wanted. They know they're not going to get a kill, but they're holding this position again. Now RNG needs to make a move. And they just farm. And now somebody goes to cut the mid wave. Who is it? It's Arc Warden Illusion.
Would you believe it?
There it is.
And then Arc Warden can...
the high ground.
Yeah.
Somebody get that bot lane.
In what, 2-3 minutes when that top lane actually pushes towards... Oh, he's doing it now. He's just going to TP straight up. Miracle deals with top wave with his Tempest double.
Look at the gold lead. Look at it go up.
Yep, 17K.
17K. It was just 16K. Imagine it'll be close to 18K.
Is that Dagon 3 now on Kuro?
That is
Dagon
indeed
3, yeah.
a Dagon 3.
Man, sick. E-Blade next. He's already got the Ghost Scepter set up for it. You know, preparing for the late game. We all saw that EG game where, you know, Sumail buying Dagon.
It's really good. Super good for bursting. It's very difficult to get to an HP threshold where you can't be bursted by a bunch of Dagons.
Flyby holding the high ground alone. Difficult target to go on. Still, this Enchantress with the heal going as well. Takes a lot of commitment. Maybe a committed fella, but he's not going to go for the Ench.
He was looking for it,
Yeah.
though. He was thinking about it. Cut that bot wave, boys. Somebody head to that bot wave.
Anybody?
No, back to the high ground. They're way more focused on this mid lane. Valiant being together.
It is a lane of barracks that has been cracked open. They can start chipping away. Not on the melee racks though. Maybe hit the ranged one.
Ooh, Bane, 1800
Half his
damage.
HP.
Oh, what a sad life.
Why are they hitting melee here?
Good question. Slow and steady, I suppose.
Lots of spark rates. Here we go. They're focusing the melee. They're getting a good amount of damage in. RNG are still holding very solidly though. 65 minutes in, Liquid did start to rack up that lead just from holding this position, like you've been saying. And they've got to deal with top lane. They got shoved in by the Arc Warden split push. And Liquid, they're ready at the drop of a hat for any kind of jump. RNG are the ones, the onus is on them to make a move. And they'll go on to Wii, this Tiny, very deep. 70's Eclipse expended. Now Liquid full disengage, I'm expecting. No buyback from Tiny, just give up what you can. Bail away from danger. They catch Miracle. Arc Warden's in trouble. Hexed and killed. 2 cores dead, and they do buyback on the Tiny. Weehar brought back and TP'd straight back down.
Little ballsy to go in like that. I mean, the thing is, in retrospect, it's really easy to say that the play is to just BKB before you go in. I definitely agree with the play to just jump because RNG have been holding this very nicely. So I definitely think the jump is the play, but you have to BKB. There's too many instant disables on the side of RNG.
Instant disables with instant fingers, it feels like, as well, with some of these players.
Yep.
So again, RNG, they're bunkered back in their base. They're not getting the most efficient farming time out on the map. But that swing, you know, from 18k back down to 9, it's a sign of life for the Chinese squad.
Without Arc Warden, Liquid is just not going to be out farming either. He's the hero that's doing all the farming, so the gold lead is going to slowly go down just by virtue of him being dead. Also, of course, RNG can move out on the map, which will let them get bounties. They can see that the Roshan is up. Liquid sees that it's up now too, though.
Is that 4? 4th Roche?
This is 4th Roche with Refresher Shard and Aghanim Blessing.
Oh boy. RNG wants it. Serpent Ward's in the pit. So Aghanim's Ench already has one, Shadow Shaman already has one. Bane's is like whatever. Feels like a bit of an odd one this game. There's no like perfect, ideal candidate. I guess like Gyro already assimilated his. Oh, they're giving it to OD for the double astral charges.
Honestly, it's pretty good with how these fights are playing out. Liquid, they're essentially trying to jump and burst people all in one single jump. I mean, we see a Dagon 4 now on Kuroki. So if you can stop that initial burst and then the follow-up burst, that's pretty nice.
How does he get away with this?
The Dagon?
Position 5, buying Dagon, yeah. Well, what does he tell his team? Like, we really,
who's
guys,
gonna,
we really
who's gonna
need
question
it.
Kuroki?
We really need it, guys.
He won a TI. You know, you can't really.
He says he's buying Dagon, and you just
all right, Kuroki. Okay, we get it.
Fair enough.
You want a TI. Don't have to say it again. We want it with you, except for Weehaw.
Look at where RNG have to be on the map. Someone top to push out, people falling back to deal with these lanes. Liquid, they just don't need to commit anything to control the map. The beauties of an Arc Warden like mind control here, just sauntering on in towards the poor little Shadow Shaman. Miracle should be able to pump enough damage in, but Astral to save, and a quick Hex back means Setsu keeps Lanham alive just for long enough for him to turn and shackle.
That was a nice Astral, but I definitely think that the Aghanim Scepter did nothing for that Astral.
Yeah.
I really think for these fights, one Astral is probably enough. But who knows? We'll see.
It's only OD with a blink, right? It's not like they can set up multiple Astral blinks.
Yeah.
Yeah. Serpent Ward's coming back up soon for Lanham. Right. Gets deeper and deeper into that hole of... I was wondering, that Rapier on Gyro, where is it? When's it coming?
Got it. It's got to be soon.
He gets into the bubble, pops his Satanic, and is able to sustain through that Spirit.
Gyro is looking to build a Moon Shard. I can't help but feel that he's buying wards. He's buying wards for his team.
He has 10k net worth.
Yeah.
Radiant's bottom shrine is under attack.
The thing is, if he does build a Rapier, then all that needs to happen is Liquid just smokes to kill him.
Tiny with double Daedalus. He's eaten his Aghanims and he's ready to chuck trees. Double Daedalus.
Eon disconnects.
Tiny's the new Kunkka.
Radiant's bottom shrine
He really is. Honestly, Rapier wouldn't be too bad on this hero. You sit in the back, throw trees.
Just chuck trees at people.
Yeah.
So Liquid prep top lane, that's pushed out. Mid lane is meeting naturally in that mid spot in the river. So Liquid all TP bottom, Spark Raider bound, defend your high ground. And RNG, they're going to commit. The site is out. Oh my god, Gyro is gone. Dead for 2 minutes. Lanham's in trouble. Flyby, he's going to get away, but the Yule's up onto OD means Miracle, Kuroki they can chase. Force the BKB and RNG. Yet again retreating, BKBing to fall back.
Tiny Eggs is like slowly moving up in Sunsfan's list of broken eggs, because good lord, what was that damage? I didn't even see those heroes die. They were just dead.
Gyro disappeared. Absolutely annihilated them.
He wasn't even aiming at the Shadow Shaman. He just got him. The Shaman like walked slightly too far, and it's like, oh, I guess I'm one hit now.
They're in that general vicinity, you know?
Yep.
Collateral damage. Liquid straight back into their favorite part of the map. Get the high ground controlled, get the Observer wards down. Can they break high ground? They'll definitely force buybacks. There's the first of two we expect. Gyro, a minute on the sidelines, most certainly has to use his in this kind of scenario where Liquid are yet again pressuring your barracks.
Weehaw has a DD.
No, he doesn't.
He does.
That's not illegal.
That is illegal.
That is illegal. That's not. Yeah, that's what I meant.
That's not
Not
legal.
allowed.
That is illegal.
That is illegal.
That is disallowed.
Not permitted.
Permitted not. All right, that's a possibly dead Enchantress
jump.
if he throws the tree.
No jump from Wii. He was
is
playing safely this time. GH does jump in. The BKB from Setsu forces Miracles. A little sequence of events there means everyone's worse off.
Oh, so careful. Or if there's a support standing to the left there. He thought Afu maybe.
Flyby. He just wants to die and buy back, right?
Yeah. He's got
buy
the
back,
Aegis.
have the Aegis pop. And has buyback as a tertiary fallback plan.
Slowly but surely chipping away, but back to the high ground because Gyro's about to respawn.
Miracle. Oh, there's the glyph. That's what Liquid have been waiting for this whole time. Will not be able to get the barracks, though. Wii is hasted up, swinging back into action. Liquid looking to continue this, but they've got to push that bottom lane or cut the wave, like you've been saying. They don't have that.
Look at the next
attack.
one. They're playing very safe, trying to be near each other. Weehaw, like we saw in the past, he was jumping in like a madman, but he's playing a lot safer now. So they've had some sort of internal dialogue. I think we should head over and get the spot lane. He's gonna chuck a tree at it. Nice.
One creep remains. The rest of his family,
The
friends,
lone creep. Oh, GH
shredded.
TP'd. He has travels though. He's
GH
good.
does have travels.
He's good.
Ooh, Monet.
He's got
Careful, buddy. Jeez Louise.
That's a satanic Scotty Gyro that's taking that much damage.
Yeah, losing like a fifth of his HP every time he gets...
High ground versus high ground. They left their own high ground to go to another high ground.
I kind of like this. It goes along the same lines as you were saying. You know, there's a chance that Liquid go across there. Oh, no, Monet. No, Monet. Your BKB does nothing. Flyby stands his ground, but he's hexed up by Miracle. The rest of the cavalry from Liquid arriving, but RNG are holding that tree line with their dear lives.
The second imprisonment.
Astral
it paid off.
But the trees are coming. Flyby crit down. 1200 damage crit and mind control. BKBs and sprints forward. He wants additional targets, and Setsu might have presented himself as one. Mind control, force staff back. Dodges a bunch of the hits there from Setsu as well. And we out in the open. GH, Kuro, Miracle holding that line, saving mind control, keeping Wii in the fight. And they know there's some vision going on over there as well.
Finally, somebody goes to get the bounty runes. Good job, Lanham.
Does he push top lane? Do you just go top and Serpent Wards?
Yeah,
Is he fast enough?
I think that's a really solid play. They do have travels on GH and Weehaw, and also Arc Warden. So it is the danger zone up here, but he looks like he's into it.
Oh, Afu! Oh my god, this isn't meant to be. They've got the Gyro Court as well. The Ice Blast. Oh, nice force staff. Astral keeps Gyro in the game for now. Pops his BKB Satanic, turns to blow up Kuroki. Very nearly done just that, but the Glimmer Cape allows the disengage. Hex into the middle of it all, where the Serpent was down, but this damage from the tree, it is disgusting. Mind control catches Gyro, but that Astral again buys even more time for RNG to reset. Hard reset. Back up on the high ground because the trees are coming. He's got another one. Afu's gone. Two heroes with no buyback. Shadow Shaman fell somewhere in the middle of all of it as well.
Did you see how many times GH, he stole the Aghanims in prison and saved mind control twice?
Oh, is that what's happening?
Baiting the entire fight to happen. Like, that was the only reason RNG overcommitted into the trees there was because of the Aghanims Astral. What a
75 minutes in, Liquid now finally find themselves in a 5v3. They've taken the melee barracks. Can they get more?
Do you throw? I can't help but feel like the side lanes are. There's no tier 2s. It's only supports that are dead.
There are no buybacks.
But there are no buybacks.
Gyro and OD do.
They're just fighting.
And they're killing the Gyro. Looking to blow up Monet. There it is. Miracle is the trade back along with the Rubik.
Oh, he's back in because of the
buyback
toss.
from Monet. Oh my god, he had to run back to Fountain. Liquid somehow hold on to this because of that absolute disaster. Lift up onto the OD, burrow forward, and they've caught Setsu.
Dude, the tiny bug with the toss, he just shows us,
what's up into buyback. On Liquid continue the punishment. They're killing buildings, aiming tier 4s, try to crack open that Ancient.
Just playing the Sandstorm, that's all you have to do right now. 50% blind and slow. There's almost no way to play into this. Look how careful they are.
20 seconds for Shadow Shaman. 30 for Bane. Tier 4. One down, one to go. How do RNG defend this? Liquid aren't actually committing for it.
Yeah, they're backing off.
Very
Supports
disciplined.
Respawning.
They get one additional tier 4. No additional barracks or tier 3s. Oh, there we have it. Tier 3 bottom did die to creeps. They want to start. They want to start the Roche.
David DD on Arc Warden. Roche is up in 30 seconds.
Is that a haste and a bounty? Or, yeah.
Oh, here's the play. Here it is. Spawns a rune. Again, let's see it.
Just listen to the spawn crates. There are so many of them.
RNG knows what's up.
They can't move in. We have multiple, Liquid has multiple positions held on the high ground. And that's a very early BKB from Setsu. Mind Control's caught the back line, and here come the trees. The Sands Eclipse, it does absolutely nothing. Liquid perfectly happy here to wait out the BKBs. Mind Control's control the back lines, and Miracle's here on the front. With a bubble down, Flyby still struggling to damage in. Does get the kill on Miracle. Dead for 2 minutes, but he's got his clone going and clears up the rest of RNG anyway. 4 dead with no buybacks. RNG, 1 hero left standing, and it's Arfu's Bane.
So you definitely just go right down the mid lane right now, right? There's no buybacks. Let's see. We have 45 seconds on Shadow Shaman. There's no way that he can hold against these heroes.
Let's go. TP top. There's the closest creep wave. Kuroki.
He got a Mask of Madness.
On Wii.
He's going to throne.
Here we go. Moves towards the tier 4s. Blinks forward. No heroes with buyback on the RNG side. And GG's called.
GH got a Deso too. There's no way that they hold this.
Liquid take it 2-0. 78 minutes slow. RNG really, really forced Liquid to struggle in that one.
What discipline from Liquid, though. There were so many opportunities to possibly throw the game, and they didn't rush it. They knew that they were going to win. I mean, you have an Arc Warden on your team. You just go late. They played their own side of the map, and then they played the high ground.
Voting Arc Warden as MVP.
Come on. Those trees.
They got AA? Hello. Okay.
Oh, my God. Dota 2 community, what are you doing?
Tragic. Absolutely tragic.